Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So my name is CARA Fuller. I am the principal at Ballou Stay, and I welcome you to today's annual commencement program. So we're almost ready to start the processional, but before we do, I would like to take this opportunity to solicit the cooperation of our audience during today's ceremony. So a graduation ceremony, as you guys know, exhibits dignity. Therefore, please keep unnecessary noise to a minimum throughout the ceremony. We especially ask that there be no noisemakers, whistling, or screaming as graduates enter the auditorium, cross the stage, present remarks, and leave the auditorium. We know you're excited. We expect some celebration, but let's keep it professional, guys. Noisemakers in the form of an air horn are strictly prohibited. Anyone displaying unnecessary noise will be asked to leave the auditorium. We also remind you that no one is allowed near or on the stage except for graduates. Thank you for cooperation in these matters. We appreciate you in helping us have and bring a dignified commencement program. We hope you enjoy the ceremony. All right. Please stand, but remain in your seats as the Ballou Stay class of 2017 begins the graduate processional. Graduates, face front and remain standing for the national anthem by Mr. EMMANUEL SHERRILL.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at our twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say as that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and our home of the brave.
Good job, Manny. Next, we have our welcome by EMMANI Sherrill, followed by the invocation by Ms. LATASHA Jefferies. You may all be seated.
Good evening, staff, family, and friends of the class of 2017. My name is EMMANI Sherrill, and I am your senior class president. I would like to welcome you to the 2017 Ballou Stay graduation. First, I would like to take a moment to thank all parents, family, and friends for their love and constant support, as well as the faculty and staff for their guidance and patience. We truly owe a debt to you for all that we are. When I walked through the doors of this school on August 19, 2017, my first thought was, what in the world had I gotten myself into? I'm a relatively quiet person, so the fact that the school tends to be loud was overwhelming. Nonetheless, I managed to make a few good friends once I decided not to hide my personality. I started my classes as a freshman, and by August of the next year, I was a senior. The second year was a greater challenge. I had developed what many call senioritis. I allowed my grades to slip and not really care anymore. However, with the help of my teachers, I persevered and applied to several of my dream schools and got accepted into Liberty University with a partial scholarship. I would have to say Ballou State was a learning experience, not just academically, but socially as well. Finally, to my fellow graduates, we did it. We are the class of 2017, and no one can ever take this away from us. I urge each of you to hold this scripture close to your heart. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. Proverbs 16:3. Thank you, and be blessed.
Next, we have the invocation.
Hi, I'm LATASHA Jefferies. I am here to do an invocation of a prayer. To be God, all the glory, Father, we come to you thanking you for an amazing 2017. And thank you for all allowing us to see this day. We ask that you continue to keep your hand upon us as we leave from this place into the real world, that no hurt, harm, or dance shall come upon us. Amen.
Next, we will have Ms. Angenika Taylor introduce our platform guests, followed by our valedictorian address. Ms. Taylor.
Good evening. Oh, I'm loud. Hold on. Good evening and welcome, friends, family, esteemed guests, and of course the graduates of Ballou State's class of 2017. My name is Angenika Taylor. I started at Ballou State February 2015 while pregnant with my daughter Azaria. While attending Ballou State, I encountered many trials and tribulations. Based on every statistic about African American women who get pregnant and have been incarcerated, I had little to no chance of graduating from high school, but I am here to let you know I have beat the odds. Thank you. I would not be standing up here if a program like Ballou State and their supportive staff did not exist. I would like to give a special thanks to Ms. Murray and Dr. Miller, who have supported me throughout this hard but rewarding journey. They treated me like a family member by going the extra mile when they did not have to. I want to say that I am proud to be a part of the best class that has ever graduated from Ballou State. Today, I am here to introduce our esteemed platform guests. CARA Fuller, the principal. Clap. Gloria Bumpus, assistant principal. Dr. James Spence, deputy chief of secondary schools. Antoine Wilson, District of Columbia Public Schools chancellor. Dr. Craig Bonthwain, commencement speaker. Marsha Pender and Wilbur Miller, professional schools counselors. Otis Granson, dean of students. Sharon Murphy, pathways coordinator. EMMANUEL Sherrill, class of 2017. EMANI Sherrill, class of 2017, president and Salutatorian. LATASHA Jefferies, class of 2017. Matthew Farquette, class of 2017, Vice President at Valedictorian. Ernest Gray, class of 2017. Takia Clark, class of 2017. And Terrence Washington, class of 2017. Thank you. I'm done. You said what? Who? Sorry.
And Mr. Stephen Atumba, Adult Education Director. And now we will have our valedictorian address by Mr. Matthew Farquette.
If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it and work around it. Good evening, Blue State administration, faculty, students, friends, family, and fellow graduates. In 2014, I entered Blue State. I was nervous at first because high school was a new experience for me. I started with no credits. The only goal I had was to graduate. As the school year progressed, I realized how much Blue State was like family, and it made me feel at home. Blue State has provided me with one of my most influential experiences of my life. My fellow peers and I were able to meet and share some of our journeys and experience with former First Lady, Michelle Obama, who was interested in hearing about Blue State, how we became students, and our education goes beyond high school. This experience changed my focus point. I no longer viewed graduating high school as a goal, but as a wall in front of my new goal, which is obtaining a college degree. It is with great pleasure that I can announce I have been accepted and will attend Delaware State with a partial scholarship. To my fellow graduates, in future circumstances, when faced with life-threatening obstacles, revert to Michael Jordan's advice. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it or work around it. My challenge to each of you and to myself is to do all that you can do to reach your full potential. If each of the 130 students in this graduating class is able to do that, just imagine the effect that would have. Congratulations, my fellow graduates of the class of 2017. Wherever we go and whatever we do, may we always be friends when we meet again. To my Blue State administration and faculty, I thank you and I love you. It's because of you that I have transitioned from a homeless youth with little to no dreams to attending a four-year university and realizing that the only limits that exist are those that are in your minds. Thank you.
Now we will have Mr. Ernest Gray, who will be introducing our commencement speaker.
Praise the Lord, everyone. First, we have to get, Good evening, family and friends in Blue State and extreme guests. My name is Ernest Gray, and it's an honor to introduce the 2017 commencement speaker, Dr. Craig Boykins. Mr. Boykins is like many of the students in the class of 2017, refused to accept his situation. Two of his simple messages are, 1, a change is possible. 2, eliminate excuses. Eliminate excuses are the words that we all should live by. At the age of 50, I decided that it did not matter how old or what difficulties encountered in my past, that change is possible. Dr. Boykins has devoted his life creating lasting change. Dr. Craig Boykins' personally missions in life is to provide hope to individuals who feel their life is hopeless. Mr. Boykins, Dr. Boykins instead, traveled the country presenting seminars and workshops on change. He has also published 5 books since 2013. He has been featured on talk shows, won various awards. And his story has been shared by many inspirational magazines and across the web. Dr. Craig Boykin's life experience mirrors many of us graduates, but if he can go from a GED to a PhD, so can we. So let's take a few moments and give a warm welcome to the 2017 commitment speaker, Dr. Craig Boykins.
Want your paper? How y'all doing? Let's give these graduates a hand one more time. You guys remember me? See, I came and spoke to them about, 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I came up and spent the whole day with them, and it was a great pleasure and an honor, and thank you guys for the invitation to come back and be the commencement speaker. I'm extremely proud of you guys, because the truth of the matter is you guys achieved something that I didn't even achieve. I dropped out of high school. You guys are graduating. Congratulations on that great feat. So this day is not about me, so I'm gonna keep it short, because this is about you, and I want your family to enjoy you guys, and y'all go out and have a good time. But I'm gonna give me about 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm gonna say a couple things, and I'm gonna sit down. So I want to talk about how to make that teamwork makes your dream work. The first thing you got to understand is that you were created for and by God. And see, a lot of people get confused about their purpose, and they don't know why they were created. But until you connect with God and get to know him and understand who he is, you will never understand why you were put here on this earth. The second thing is you got to have integrity throughout your life. Integrity means doing what's right when nobody's looking. Because see, that's a character check right there. When there is no one that's watching you and you're at your job and you have an opportunity to do the wrong thing, will you do what's right? Because see, my grandma told me integrity will take you a long ways. In some cases, it'll take you further in your education. The next thing is you got to have the ability to inspire others. Now listen, if you are the smartest person in your crew, you're the dumbest person in your crew. Let me say that again. You got to surround yourself with people who are smarter and more intelligent than you so you can continue to grow and learn. If you're the smartest person in your crew and everybody learning from you, then you're not learning anything. You also got to have the ability to let some people go. Everybody can't go where you about to go. I'm saying with my chest. I know some of y'all that had homeboys and homegirls, y'all been cool for a long time. But if they still want to wallow and do nothing and smoke weed and drink and go to the club and you trying to go to the college, they might have to go. And I'm not telling you to disown your people, because I'm telling you, you try to inspire them, you try to encourage them, say, look, man, do something different. But if they made up in their mind they don't want to do anything but negative and you try to do positive, then I'll catch you on Facebook. Also, you got to have the ability to manage your failures. A lot of people are scared to fail, and I don't understand. Because when you fail, that's when you learn. You don't learn when you succeed. That's why some of the most powerful people in the world have been through some hard things, because they learned, they bounced back. When Tyler Perry can sleep in his car for almost 2 or 3 years, and look what he's doing now. He got worth $400 or $500 million. Failure does not mean you fail if you learn from it. The only time you truly fail is when you fail to learn from it. Don't be scared of failing. Everyone in this room is proud of what you guys have achieved. But after today, When you go out to eat and you go party and you do what you do, I need you to understand you have to become a lifelong learner. This is the beginning. It cannot be the end. You understand? Because listen, it doesn't matter who they put in the White House. It doesn't matter who the president is. It don't matter who in Congress. Once you get that piece of paper and you educated, they cannot take that from you. I tell people all the time, you can call me whatever you want, just make sure you put doctor in front of it. And this was a part of my speech before Kendrick Lamar came out with the song, but you gotta be humble. Sit down. But you gotta remain humble, because my grandma told me a long time ago, she said, Craig, baby, the same people you step on the way up gonna be the ones you see on the way down. Now, my grandma always said stuff like that. I didn't know what it means until I got a little older. But you got to remain humble. I heard an old person say once, whatever you feed will grow. And whatever you starve will die. So if you want your education to grow, that means you need to be at home with your head in front of a computer, in a book, working on papers and reading and becoming a better person. But if you want your street life to continue, then go to the club every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night and smoke weed and drink, then that's what you keep feeding, that's what's gonna grow. Look at what you feed in your life. I guarantee you that'll be where the results are. You gotta eliminate excuses. Everyone in this room has a story. Judge Matthew calls it a ghetto story. We all got stories. We all have been through things. But the individuals that are able to say, you know what, yeah, I went through this, I went through that, but I'm not gonna let it dictate what I do in my life. And you got to embrace your story. I'll tell you a little bit of mine. My dad left when I was still in my mom's stomach. My dad decided he didn't want to have anything to do with me. I wasn't even born yet. My mom started using drugs when I was in the 3rd grade. I repeated the 3rd grade. I repeated the 5th grade. Dropped out, I was 17 in the 10th grade. Dropped out, decided I didn't want to do anything else to do with school. Got shot when I was 18. My brother was in a gang. He got into it, got shot. Went to jail when I was 18. I was sitting in the Montgomery County Jail. And they were about to give me a year and a day. They were about to send me to jail for 366 days. And I made a vow that I was going to do something different with my life. I made a vow that night that I was going to take them numbers off my chest and put letters behind my name. I went to Job Corps. I got a diploma in retail sales. I got a GED. I went to the military for 4 years, got out the military, came back to my home state of Alabama and got a bachelor's degree, 2 master's degrees, and a PhD. People always ask me, they say, man, why you got so many college degrees? I said, if I had 4 felonies, would you count? Yeah, I'm a different type of commencement speaker, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm still humble though. Because I didn't tell you how much money I make a year. No, but at the end of the day, seriously, listen, and I'm almost done, like 1 more minute. At the end of the day, when you die on your tombstone, listen to what I'm going to tell you. On your tombstone is going to be a birthday and an end day. And in the middle was a dash. That dash represents everything in life you did or you did not do. Some of the wealthiest ideas are in the graveyard. People died who never realized why they were created. I urge you guys to, when you leave here, go out in that world and make sure you die empty. Do not die with your purpose on the inside of you, and make that little dash count. Thank you.
We want to thank you for coming to speak to us on one of the most important days in our academic careers. Your story has inspired and motivated me to pursue my dreams. I want to say one day that I went from a high school dropout to having a PhD. We want to give you a small gift of our appreciation for being our speaker. Thank you. You know I was here for you.
See, he being humble right now, because when I left here, this young man been on my mind for like a month, because we had a conversation outside of me speaking to them, and he had said I left an impression on him, and he wanted to do what I did, and we connected, man. So I thank you, and I appreciate that he's the one that's giving me this. Seriously, because I was looking for him out here. I didn't know he was down there. But thank you, man. I appreciate it, and go do it, man. Go be great.
This way, baby, this way. You want to take a picture with him? Mr. Boykins, he wants to take a picture. Thank you. All right, guys, we're getting close to the moment, but a couple more things to go. Don't rush. Enjoy the moment. All right? So first, we want to show a brief video that chronicles our students' journey throughout the school year.
The class of 2017 started their year challenging their fears and pushing beyond their boundaries at a day-long outward-bound ropes course. Students and staff worked together to accomplish tasks that required teamwork and determination. Overcoming challenges to accomplish the seemingly impossible was the theme for the class of 2017.
We pushed through, no matter what.
We got to work together to succeed.
Dean of Students, Otis Granson, explains the goal for the class of 2017.
Channel our focus not only into students graduating, but increasing their GPAs and their vision for their future endeavors.
While students were up for the challenge, they faced real barriers that statistically are nearly impossible to overcome. African American males are more likely than any other racial group to become incarcerated. Our students also experience homelessness at disproportional rates. DC has one of the highest rates of youth homelessness in the country.
So me being homeless, like living on the streets, it shows that I can do it by myself and can take care of myself.
Some challenges I have faced is repeating a grade or two. Just because school, I just had a rough childhood. School was just wasn't the main thing on my mind. And also having a child, but I think he actually made it easier for me because he opened my eyes to how I need to be successful and how I need to just make a pathway because my decisions now would change his life forever.
While statistically, these challenges seem insurmountable, students at Ballou have the love and support of their biological and school families to encourage them to achieve their dreams, hold them accountable for meeting academic standards, and develop them to be responsible members of the community.
So I got here because I'm from Florida, and after 8th grade, I stopped going to school, and I was just in the house. So after we moved here, after I stayed another year out of school, my older sister finally got me and signed me up. Blue State is like my first high school. So it was hard, but after I got the hang of it, it pushed me so I can do better and just get done and show my family that I can do it.
50% of our students took the SAT at least once this year. Students started to believe that they were college material.
I ain't never want to go to college until when I got locked up, I threw the college away to get a judge on my face. So then once I got out of all that, it died down a little bit, I just said I'm gonna just go.
I wanted to drop out again, I ain't gonna lie, but it changed my mind being here. My son motivated me the most. He made me change my mind about school.
They put college in my head and showed me the new things I can learn from college and the things I can gain from college, and that's what made me want to go to college.
Providing hope and fueling determination is the critical role that Ballou State plays for students that need a second or even a third chance to get a high school diploma. Some of our students need additional time to get it right or need a trade to help them solidify a career path.
So they told me that I couldn't go there at the regular Ballou no more, so that was my wake-up call. So then when I got put down here, that was when I really had got myself together and I really had found out what I wanted to do. It's a craft to me and stuff. Every single day it's a chance to do better at trying to do something though. Everything about me is though, it is more than just cutting hair. It's a lot to learn to it.
you one of those kind of people that once you put your mind to something, you really focus in on it, and you believe. First of all, you believe in yourself, you know, and that's something that, you know, I didn't have to instill on you because you had a lot of self-belief.
For some of our students, the opportunity to complete their high school diploma came later in life. These students are working towards their goal by way of the National External Diploma Program.
I was at a point in my life where there was the cycle. You know, you want to stop the cycle, and my mom, she didn't finish school, so that kind of pretty much like pointed me back to school. Having two parents without a high school diploma, that's not setting a good example for her. Okay. So I said, for me, on my behalf, I would go back to school so she could know that school education is a good, like a really huge impact on your life. So when you're working, it kind of like, well, I need to work, and then you put school in the back burner. That's what I was doing. Because living in DC, you know, it's kind of high.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. And I'm going to go for a social worker.
Why social work?
I want to do social work because I have my life experience. I could be able to give back to other people. That's like what I've been through. The advice that I give to other people to get their high school diploma, especially like people that's over the age, because they can feel some type of way of coming back to high school with other young kids. So I would say, no matter what the circumstance you're going through, you have to, you know, put those things to the side and just go get it.
Once students are motivated to achieve their goals, we connect students to the appropriate resources to go to the next level.
After summer school, I got locked up like, I want to say 2 weeks after summer school. And this time around, it's like I was facing 30 plus years. That's what really motivated me. I'd rather do 15 years, get multiple degrees, and do 30 years, wasting my life, you know. And grandson wrote me a letter to my judge, so it basically helped me stay home. And then after that, we still had little bumps in the road, you know. So after that, it's like grandson, like, you gotta get on. I got you this letter, and you got it. Right. I produced for you, so you gotta produce for me.
Including motivation from guests from similar backgrounds.
I'm 23 and I don't know how to use a semicolon. And so eventually, I think most people, it takes 4 to 6 years to graduate with a college degree. I graduated with a college degree in 3 years. 3, because I was motivated. While everybody else was partying, chilling, turned up in the club, popping bottles, I was at home studying. So I still wasn't satisfied. Went back to school, got not 1 but 2 master's degrees. 2. Still wasn't satisfied. Went back to school and got a PhD in adult education. So today, at 38, I got 4 college degrees as a high school dropout. 4. And I wrote 5.
With hard work, determination, and with the support of a large community, the result is simply amazing.
It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back. And I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration. This is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. Take full responsibility for your life. With some drive. Decide that you're going to push yourself. The last chapter to your life has not been written yet, and it doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it?
Did you guys enjoy that video? Figured you guys would like that. So while all of our students have achieved great deeds, there are several students with distinct honors that I want to acknowledge. These students have performed consistently academically, demonstrated extraordinary integrity and character, and has been successful in specific areas of study. So students, you will pick up your awards today at the end of the graduation ceremony, but just remain seated. Our first award goes to our valedictorian. You've already met him, Mr. Matthew Burkett. The title of valedictorian is one bestowed upon the graduate with the highest cumulative grade point average in the class. It is not only the highest recognition a graduate can receive, it is also an honor which carries significant rewards on the road to
1, 2, 3.
The class of 2017 started their year challenging their fears and pushing beyond their boundaries at a day-long outward-bound ropes course. Students and staff worked together to accomplish tasks that required teamwork and determination. Overcoming challenges to accomplish the seemingly impossible was the theme for the class of 2017.
We push through, you know, no matter what.
You got to work together to succeed.
Dean of Students, Otis Granson, explains the goal for the class of 2017.
Channel our focus not only into students graduating, but increasing their GPAs and their vision for their future endeavors.
While students were up for the challenge, they faced real barriers that statistically are nearly impossible to overcome. African American males are more likely than any other racial group to become incarcerated. Our students also experience homelessness at disproportional rates. DC has one of the highest rates of youth homelessness in the country.
So me being homeless, like living on the streets, it shows that I can do it by myself and can take care of myself.
Some challenges I have faced is repeating a grade or two. Just because school, I just had a rough childhood. Just school wasn't the main thing on my mind. And also having a child, but I think he actually made it easier for me because he opened my eyes to how I need to be successful and how I need to just make a pathway because my decisions now would change his life forever.
While statistically, these challenges seem insurmountable, students at Ballou have the love and support of their biological and school families to encourage them to achieve their dreams, hold them accountable for meeting academic standards, and develop them to be responsible members of the community.
So I got here because I'm from Florida, and after 8th grade, I stopped going to school, and I was just in the house. So after we moved here, after I stayed another year out of school, my older sister finally got me and signed me up. Ballou is like my first high school. So it was hard, but after I got the hang of it, it pushed me so I can do better and just get done and show my family that I can do it.
50% of our students took the SAT at least once this year. Students started to believe that they were college material.
I ain't never want to go to college until when I got locked up, I threw the college away to get a judge on my face. So then once I got out of all that, it died down a little bit, I just said I'm just go.
I wanted to drop out again, I ain't gonna lie, but it changed my mind being here. My son motivated me the most. He made me change my mind about school.
They put college in my head and showed me the new things I can learn from college and the things I can gain from college, and that's what made me want to go to college.
Providing hope and fueling determination is the critical role that Ballou State plays for students that need a second or even a third chance to get a high school diploma. Some of our students need additional time to get it right or need a trade to help them solidify a career path.
So they told me that I couldn't go there at the regular Ballou no more, so that was my wake-up call. So then when I got put down here, that was when I really had got myself together and I really had found out what I wanted to do. It's a craft to me and stuff. Every single day it's a chance to do better at trying to do something though. Everything about me is though it is more than just cutting hair. It's a lot to learn to it.
you one of those kind of people that once you put your mind to something, you really focus in on it, and you believe. First of all, you believe in yourself, you know, and that's something that, you know, I didn't have to instill in you because you had a lot of self-belief.
For some of our students, the opportunity to complete their high school diploma came later in life. These students are working towards their goal by way of the National External Diploma Program.
I was at a point in my life where there was the cycle. You know, you want to stop the cycle. And my mom, she didn't finish school, so that kind of pretty much like pointed me back to school. Having two parents without a high school diploma, that's not setting a good example for her. Okay. So I said, for me, on my behalf, I would go back to school so she could know that school education is a good, like a really huge impact on your life. So when you're working, it kind of like, well, I need to work, and then you put school in the back burner. That's what I was doing. Because living in DC, you know, it's kind of high.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. And I'm going to go for a social worker.
Why social work?
I want to do social work because I have my life experience. I could be able to give back to other people. That's like what I've been through. The advice I give to other people to get their high school diploma, especially like people that's over the age, because they can feel some type of way of coming back to high school with other young kids. So I would say, no matter what the circumstance you're going through, you have to, you know, put those things to the side and just go get it.
Once students are motivated to achieve their goals, we connect students to the appropriate resources to go to the next level.
Well, after summer school, I got locked up like, I want to say 2 weeks after summer school. And this time around, it's like I was facing 30 plus years. That's what really motivated me. I'd rather do 15 years getting multiple degrees and do 30 years wasting my life. No. And grandson wrote me a letter to my judge, so it basically helped me stay home. And then after that, we still had little bumps in the road, you know. So after that, it's like grandson, like, you gotta get on it. I got you this letter, and you got it. Right. I produced for you, so you gotta produce for me.
Including motivation from guests from similar backgrounds.
I'm 23 and I don't know how to use a semicolon. And so eventually, I think most people, it takes 4 to 6 years to graduate with a college degree. I graduated with a college degree in 3 years. 3, because I was motivated. While everybody else was partying, chilling, turned up in the club, popping bottles, I was at home studying. So I still wasn't satisfied. Went back to school, got not 1 but 2 master's degrees. 2. Still wasn't satisfied. Went back to school and got a PhD in adult education. So today, at 38, I got 4 college degrees as a high school dropout. 4. And I wrote 5 books.
With hard work, determination, and with the support of a large community, the result is simply amazing.
It's not going to be easy when you want to change. It's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back. And I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. Take full responsibility for your life. With some drive. Decide that you're going to push yourself. The last chapter to your life has not been written yet, and it doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it?
Did you guys enjoy that video? Figured you guys would like that. So while all of our students have achieved great deeds, there are several students with distinct honors that I want to acknowledge. These students have performed consistently, academically, demonstrated extraordinary integrity and character, and has been successful in specific areas of study. So students, you will pick up your awards today at the end of the graduation ceremony, but just remain seated. Our first award goes to our valedictorian. You've already met him, Mr. Matthew Burkett. The title of valedictorian is one bestowed upon the graduate with the highest cumulative grade point average in the class. It is not only the highest recognition a graduate can receive, it is also an honor which carries significant rewards on the road to post-secondary education. As an Opportunity Academy, Ballou State often receives students who begin their high school careers elsewhere, and through various situations and circumstances come to complete their secondary education with us. However, this year is the first time ever a valedictorian who began and completed his high school career right here at Ballou State. Matthew is a ubiquitous presence in the school. From the modeling team to GSA, EMOC to class treasurer, our valedictorian is a visible and important member of our school community. He is visible and his energy is so infectious, he like runs everywhere, literally, that he immediately caught my attention as a student that is on the move. We quickly developed a tight bond after I began driving him home after school every day. I affectionately call him my son, which means we often have family meetings with his teachers. Despite numerous personal trials, he never allowed those to be excuses for not achieving his goals. I am so exceptionally proud to announce and award Matthew Burkett as the class of 2017 valedictorian. Proud of you, son. The next will be salutatorian.
The salutatorian is the student with the second highest GPA in the graduating class. This year's salutatorian is a student known throughout the school as a hardworking, dedicated, and compassionate student who takes her work and her future seriously. She is a leader who is committed to helping her classmates and bringing about positive change in her community. Whether she is inspiring her peers with her nearly 3.0 cumulative GPA, representing them as their senior class president, or directly giving back through her record 291 community service hours. This year's salutatorian and community service award winner truly embodies the qualities necessary to create change and inspire excellence on a global scale. Please join me in honoring this year's recipient, EMANI SHERRILL.
The Leadership Award is determined by the school for students who exemplify leadership, extracurricular participation, a positive attitude, character, and good judgment. This student has been described by her peers and staff as a quiet leader, one who supports and nurtures her fellow students and leads by example. Through her work at our front desk last year, interacting with confidence and poise with all visitors and phone calls, and learning the job so well, we trusted her with all the answers. She balanced her responsibilities successfully with those of a dedicated parent and with her academic work, achieving high marks in classes and standing out as an example of the focus and sacrifice necessary to becoming a true leader. Please join me in celebrating the winner of the Leadership Award 2017, To Heaven Right.
Good evening, everyone.
The Citizenship Award is presented to the student who represents the senior class as well as their school, exhibits school pride, and is a role model for other students. This student has shown by their words and actions that they possess the qualities and characteristics we hope to install in all of our students. This year, the Citizenship Award winner is a student who, while new to Ballou Stay, came in and quickly became a standout through his consistent attendance, quirky style, and thought-provoking questions. He joined numerous clubs and teams, and even though he completed his coursework in January, regularly returned to the school to honor his commitments to himself, to his peers, and to our school. His huge heart is exemplified by the flowers he distributed and words he wrote for the women of Ballou Stay during Black History Month. Please give a round of applause to our 2017 Citizenship Award recipient, Marquette Lacine.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Dubuclay. Around DCPS, I'm better known as Miss D. I'm a RISE tutor. Congratulations, graduates. The Most Improved Student Award is presented to the student who has shown significant growth during their time here at Ballou Stay. This year's recipient enrolled with Stay in 2013 and struggled a bit in the beginning with both attendance and academics. However, within the last year, this student has turned it around. Not only did she drastically improve her attendance, but she also made great strides academically. Her diligent work, both in the classroom and outside of the classroom with a RISE tutor, has resulted in 2 to 3 years growth in reading. To top it off, she has a GPA of 3.1 this year. And all of this while caring for her loving husband and an adorable son as a young wife and mother. Please join me in congratulating Ballou Stay's 2017 Most Improved Student, Kiana Brown.
The Principal's Achievement Award is given to a student who is exemplary inside and outside the classroom. The recipient of this award is someone who pursues knowledge and perseveres, helps others, and demonstrates academic integrity and college readiness. This student achieved academic excellence while contributing to 2 internships: the Healthy Baby Project, where she facilitated a service learning project of other students, DOES, and Sasha Bruce. She also is expert in boxing, as she recently received a scholarship to Trinity College, where she will be heading this fall. Please give a warm round of applause and congratulations to Miss Chinera Tobechi.
Each year, the National External Diploma Program chooses a graduate whom they believe exemplifies the leadership, positive attitude, and strength of character deserving of this award. This year's recipient is a highly motivated, self-starter, and leader. He entered the NEDP program in March of 2016. And despite brief absences, completed all the required programs in just 8 months. Additionally, he was invited to serve as an NEDP program panelist twice, where he shared his tips and strategies on ways to successfully navigate the program with his peers. He also frequently volunteered his time to provide tutorial assistance to candidates who encountered difficulty. It was a continuous source of encouragement to them and among their biggest cheerleaders. So let's all cheer for this year's NEDP Leadership Award winner, Mr. Carl Jackson.
Okay, for my last time, congratulations to the class of 2017. Woo! The Pathways Award is given to a student who has envisions a plan and takes the initiative of completing it. The student possesses the qualities of outstanding perseverance, organization, and focus. A busy working mother, she wrote an excellent essay in her English 4 on the challenges and proposed reforms to parental leave. She took the initiative of going through the required steps and applying to and gaining acceptance into UDCC healthcare classes to become a certified nursing assistant. She was enrolled in this program while successfully completing her academic credits here at Ballou State. She will be attending UDC in the fall. Please give a warm congratulations to this year's recipient of the 2017 Pathways Award, Anika Johnson.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. All right. The Student Athlete Award is determined by the school for a varsity athlete who has been an asset to his or her team while maintaining a strong academic record. This student is described by his basketball coach, that's me, as the engine to the car and the main ingredient in the soup. His quiet and respectful demeanor was matched by his love for competition and his fierce tactical moves on the court. He is an exceptional team player, consistently hitting the mark of excellence in his game. And as team captain, he was a silent and stalwart leader. Please congratulate the winner of the 2017 Student Athlete Award, Mr. Ronaldo Rouse.
The Lifetime Learner Award, the National External Diploma Program, recognizes an outstanding graduate for their dedication to personal growth and education with the Lifetime Learner Award. This year's Lifetime Learner is the personification of perseverance and dedication. In order to qualify as an applicant for the Ballou State NEDP program, this graduate was required to attend the Adult Basic Education program, which he did so diligently for 3 years. In January of 2015, he made the required score and began the diagnostic phase of the program. He entered the assessment phase shortly afterwards and successfully completed all the requirements for his high school diploma in January 2017. Although he was very reluctant to celebrate this important accomplishment initially, he reconsidered, and we are honored that he is proudly participating with the graduating class of 2017. Please congratulate this Lifetime Learner Award winner, Mr. Anthony Wilkinson.
Each year, our partners at Sustainable Facilities Management Services award a scholarship to a deserving graduate who has persevered and taken the necessary steps in moving towards the next stage in life. This scholarship this year is being awarded to a student who joined us in the summer of last year. He has persevered through many challenges, both personal and academic, and came out on the other side triumphant. After he walks across the stage today, he will first attend the Summer Bridge program, then begin in the fall as a full-time student at UDCC. I am so excited because in the summer it was so rough, but he has really persevered. Please congratulate our 2017 SFMS Scholarship Award winner, that means money, Terrence Washington.
Well, Mr. Stover, will you come up on the stage, please? Ms. Clark.
Hi, my name is Takita Clark. Who's up there? Oh. This teacher is a hard-working, dedicated teacher with a lot of patience. Being in his class, I learned so much and liked this subject area even more. They not only was attentive in their class, but also was attentive in others. They pushed me to do great in other classes such as English and more. They connected with so many students personally. Their drive and humor made people want to attend class, which can be very rare. He is very laid back and chill, which makes him even cooler. Throughout his class, I kept a 98% or better and finished off with 100%. I'm very thankful for having a teacher so dedicated and driven, which helped me a lot. Thank you to our favorite teacher, Mr. Stover, our inspirational teacher of the year.
We also want to take a moment to acknowledge 2 of our school members that have achieved dedicated almost 40 years of service to our students at Ballou Stay. They have served in numerous capacities at Ballou Stay, and throughout these years, Ms. Marsha K. Pender and Dr. Miller have propelled, supported, championed, and mentored numerous students to meeting their goals of graduating and moving on to either a college or career. This is their last graduation. After 40 years, they are retiring. Which is why we thought it fitting to dedicate the College and Career Room to the Ms. Pender and Dr. Miller. Please join us after graduation in the College Career Room for the naming ceremony. All right, y'all, we're almost done. I have a couple of words to say to you. I am literally standing between you and your diploma, so I will be brief. But I have to tell you something. I have to give you some words of advice. I would be remiss if I did not. So in 2016, a craze erupted that was basically unknown and came out of nowhere. $5 million later in sales, these distractors have huge presence in our elementary schools. And I thought that would only be in elementary school until I brought one with me on the class trip the other day, and 3 students stole my fidget spinner. Just to thank them, I bought EMANI, Ronisha, and Raymond their own fidget spinners. It's obvious that this craze is not just for kids. And the thing is, you remember when we had Cabbage Patch Kids, guys? That made sense. Remember when we had hula hoops? That made sense. But how in the world is this a craze? I don't get it. But apparently it's supposed to help those who are fidgeters, which means it will definitely help you, because you know you're a fidgeter. And it will definitely help me, because I join you in being a fidgeter. Fidgeter are people who don't fit the standard mold. People who are a little restless and see and do things their own way. Fidgeters are students like Dion Rush Hodge, who is the loudest voice and has the biggest heart in the entire graduation class. He is known everywhere he goes for his ability to lead and attract attention. He makes his presence known in every room. Dion, you're a fidgeter, and I have one of these for you. It's in your bag. There are other fidgeters like Dallas McManus and Terry Bowman. They're not overly boisterous, but are simply driven to be successful despite a number of negative talk and naysayers. They both give 100% in the classroom, and both have been on the honor roll multiple times this year. Our platform guests are fidgeters. Dr. Spence, you're a fidgeter. Chancellor, you're a fidgeter. This one. Mr. Boykins, you're a fidgeter. Because you are able to see that these students deserve a second chance. And you do not look at the status quo and are comfortable. You're restless with the idea that students don't have a high school diploma. I'm inspired by fidgeters like Lakeisha Brightheart, who is an advocate for her son, who's a student at H.D. Woodson. Despite being in a wheelchair, she's ensuring he has an amazing high school experience and is sending him to the Dominican Republic on a study abroad program. So I want you to remember a couple of things about this whole fidget craze that's happening. I learned that this simple toy actually works because of a very ancient tool called the ball bearing. Yes, you're gonna learn something before you leave. I'm gonna teach you a little something about the ball bearing. The ball bearing is the object actually at the center of the spinner, and it allows it to rotate freely without friction. Its job is to allow the object to spin while supporting the load. As you move on in your leg and your journey, you need to remember, my dear students, your ball bearing. Who or what is your motivation to keep you spinning? It may be your children like Sakina Lewis, or it may be your desire to make your parents proud and leave a legacy like Garnell Walker, who's going to Bowie State. But you must keep your ball bearing at the forefront of your mind so that you keep spinning. If not, you will get distracted by people who are not for you and conflict that will not grow you but destroy you. Stay focused on your ball bearing. So we can learn 3 quick things because there's 3 spokes on this little silly toy. One is keep loving. For some of you, education has been directly tied to school, the next grade, the next degree, but I would challenge you to reframe your understanding. It goes far beyond passing Ms. Golson's class or in-office check. Find something you love, your passion, learn it, become the best at it. Study a Russell Simmons, a Michelle Obama, a Trayon White, or even a Mr. Davis, a Miss Lyons, a Mr. Dickerson, a Miss Williams. They do not come to work for the money or fame, but for the love. Find your passion and love doing it. The next is keep learning. I implore you, as did Dr. Boykin, have a good time tonight. Celebrate. Don't get too crazy. But don't get comfortable and lay on your laurels. Stay motivated. Keep striving. Don't forget your main goal. Miss T-Bone and Chantel Hargrove, I know you both have big dreams. Make sure you achieve those dreams. Delphine Dix and Monique Strickland, you've come a long way. Keep pushing. The last is keep leaning. Be intentional about leaning on someone else that needs a push. You have taken the necessary steps needed to complete your high school diploma. It may have taken years due to various setbacks, but you persevered. It's now to lean on the people in your circle to achieve their goals. Graduates, we can go far beyond the statistics, and we can get to the personal touch in our own lives. Our children, parents, friends, we all know of people that have talked for years about going back to school or starting a business. But chalk is cheap. It's your job to lean in and to push them to complete their goals. So our lessons are keep learning, keep living, keep loving, keep learning, and keep winning in order to keep spinning. I love you. Congratulations. It is now time for your high school diploma. And now, by the power vested in me by the Mayor of the District of Columbia and by the Chancellor of the District of Public Schools, I hereby certify that the Ballou State Class of 2017 has completed the requirements for graduation.
Students, if you could just bear with me for 30 seconds. I'd love to get the faculty and staff to stand up and acknowledge them, please, if we could. Faculty, staff, please stand up. Thank them. Thank you for all your work that you do, your dedication. All of you are able to be here tonight. Also those, I see some in the back there, want to appreciate you. Thank you for the work that you do. Really appreciate you. And with that, Principal Fuller, I just want to say that on behalf of Mayor Bowser, I, Chancellor Antoine Wilson, enthusiastically accept the class from Ballou State High School, the 2017 class. Students, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
Terrence Washington. Takeda Simone Clark. Ernest Gray Sr. Anjanika Taylor. LATASHA Jefferies. EMMANUEL SHERRILL. EMANI Anthony SHERRILL. Matthew Leo Forquette. Jazz Morton. Renee Quick. Kalisa Board. Kenya Kelly. Anika Jasmine Johnson. Janae Hamilton. Mary Hall. Heaven Wright. Lakeisha Denise Brightheart. Aaliyah Taylor. Andre Butler. Garnell Clarence Walker. Wesley Marshall. Anthony Fortune. Rakisha Page. Kiana Brown. Dallas McManus. Tanika Rector. Lakeisha Williams. Destiny McCowan. Terry Bowman. Anthony Wilkinson. Shaka Hotowanger. Monique Strickland. Jacqueline Clinton. Keith Galloway. Kwamisha Sharon Sparks. Imani Carter. Raymond Carter III. Ronisha Marshall. Shanara Shanara Aziza Marley Tobechi. Carlos Anthony Jones. Dania Briante Andrews. Ananda Nicole McMillan. Michael Peak. Saquon Harrison. Brianna Taylor. Jamal Lee. DeAndre Johnson. Michael Bettany. Antonio Williams. Rashad Bird. Sakina Lewis. Chantel Delisa Hargrove. Taria Williams. Chanel Banks. You ready? Delonte Jackson. Tyree Brandon. Terrence Brown. Nikolai Wilson. Renardo Rouse. Derek Jones Jr. Helena LaShawn Jackson. Aries Niguan Haley. Marquette Mulan Lesane. Zierra Crossland. Tyrone Johnson Jr. Daquan Finley. You want your middle name? Sophia Wiggins. Nakia Harris. Billy Chandler. Dion Rush Hodge. DeAndre Davis. Lavon Graves. Carl Jr. Jackson. Maya Huntley. Dix.
Graduates, please stand. It was truly an honor as Mr. Murphy, Miss Bradley, Miss Tenner, and Mr. Stover to serve as your senior class advisors. One last thing that signifies you as a graduate, if you can take your tassel turning from the left to the right, making you official DCPS Ballou State graduates. Congratulations.
Congratulations, all. Audience, if you can remain in your seats for our closure. Audience, if you can remain in your seats. Graduates, you can pick up your diplomas in the college and career room. The Marsha Pender and Wilbur Miller College and Career Room.